Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. And special good morning for those who they are in Indonesia and in India, Thailand, Philippines, all those who they are in Asia, and now soon in Europe, they will be with us. Um, as you see, our topic today is about what Muslims always come to us with. In the front of me, there's a website, and this website is made. The purpose of it is just to convert you to Islam. It's called Islam for Christians. I mean, how silly if even the name. Islam came to destroy Christians, not to save Christians. So how you can say Islam for Christians? When the Quran says that Allah He hate the Christians and He hate the Jews. When the Quran says Allah will spread hate and enmity between the Christians and the Jews until Judgment Day, between the Christians to each other, how this book can be a book for the Christians? How Islam can be for the Christians? How God can be for anyone good, or he want to believe in something good? If this God, he says clearly that he is a person who love to promote hatred and to spread hatred, as you see in the front of your eyes. This is their book, this is their translation, this is their website, and this is their Allah. So instead of making an article speaking about Allah is one, what about we focus in the quality of this one? You know, at the end of the day, I don't care if your God Allah is one or two or even five, or even if he is a snake have 7 heads. What we care for is how ethical, how good he is. But bragging too much about Allah is one, I find it very silly and very funny, because he is one. What? Satan is one too. I mean, if being one that will make you God, that is the most silly a claim or argument ever. I am one too. Here we go. I'm God then. I am not two, trust me. I'm not even four. So I find always the Muslim argument about their God, about Allah being one, is I find it very silly, and I find it a bankruptcy argument. They think if they say to us and they say our God is one, now we will believe that their God is God. But this is not what make God God. Let us say there's somebody he believe he have 1,000 God, and then later we found that his God is his gods are exist, they are real. That change anything? Nothing changed. The question is your God really is exist? Secondly, this one God you talk about, what kind of God he says I'm going to spread hatred and enmity between the Christians? A verse like this in front of me, and then you say to me in a website like this we see here that Islam for Christians, and you put for us the Quran and the Torah and the Bible. How hypocrite. How Islam is for a Christian, and Islam says the God of Islam, he target the Christians to spread hatred and enmity between them. Now the guy who keep calling me, his name is Cool Guy. I don't know why he keep calling. Should I block you? Are you suffering from mental issue? Why keep calling? Before you call, you have to ask for permission. And as you see, we just started. I mean, we did not say anything yet. Allah is one and only God. I find that this is very funny. The Muslim, they never even know what Allah mean. If you ask any Muslim, if you ask Muhammad himself, if you ask any Arab speaking person like me, not those Abdul who know nothing about Islam, what Allah mean they do not know. What is the root of Allah do not know. You find a posted argument or claims in the internet that Allah is a word they diverted from the word ilah. That's a stupid statement. That's not true. Allah is diverted from something else. I agree. It is 2 words, which is Allah. Let us teach Abdul about their God. Allah. Let's make the La big. In Arabic, there's no capital letter, there's no small letter anyway. But just for the English reading. Al-lah. Al in the old Aramaic and old Hebrew is a word meaning God. It's not a name. It's not. It is a word that exists by itself, which means if we add L between anything follow it, that will make what is after it the name which is considered to be God. So I say, if I say Al Moon, I just say the moon is God. If I say Al Sun, I just said that the sun is God. So if I say Allah, I just said Lah is God. So the real name of the God of Islam is Lah, is not Allah. This is why if we go in the Quran, we will find the following. If we go to the first chapter in the Quran, you will find right away that the first two verses, they present the name of the God of Islam in two different ways. Now, for sure, those who don't speak Arabic, maybe they will not notice, but I will help you to notice with me what we are talking about. You notice here with me, this word here, Allah, have this letter in the beginning. But this one does not have that letter in the beginning. Do you notice it? So what is the difference between this name and this name? Here, this letter is missing. Here, it's not exist. Why? Because simply the first one says in the name of God, La. The second one says thanks to Li Lah. Thanks to Lah. The word Al is gone, which is mean God. So the first one it says in the name of God La. The second one says Alhamdu, thanks to the letter L here. I will write it for you. This one here is equal to 2 in English. So Alhamdulillah, that is the name of your God. So what Muslims are suffering from is ignorance about who is their God and what their God name is. They don't even know what their God name. They keep saying Allah, 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 but the fact Allah is not one word. The same as if you ask a Muslim what Jibreel mean, they think Jibreel is one word. Jibreel is not one word. Same as Israel. Israel is not one word. You see, what Muhammad did to himself, he got himself busted as a false prophet when he copied those names. If we type the word Israel in Arabic or in English, Israel, you notice that the last two letters are Il. Il in the old Hebrew used to be Al. So it used to be Israel, Al. Not Israel. So the same letters we use in the front of Allah is the same word used for Israel. So Israel used to be Israel, which mean God. So Il and Al is a word mean God. But Muhammad the thief, when he stole those names, he did not know the difference, and he got himself busted because the update in the name is an update of a language, not an update of God. To make it simple for you, in the old language, God was Al. In the new language, it was transformed into El. This is why we say in the Bible that we call Jesus Emmanuel, El. Il can sometime come in the beginning of the word, or in the front of it, or at the end. It's the same. Still, it's a word meaning God. Gabriel, Michael, Israel, Ishmael, all of those used to be Al, not Il. So the original name of Israel is Israel. And if we ask a Muslim what Israel mean, they have no idea. What Israel mean, they have no idea. What Mikael mean, they have no idea. Why? Because Muhammad simply, he's a thief. He did not know where those names are coming from, and he think they are just the names. In fact, they are not. Every one of those is a sentence and a statement. It is not a name. But when you are a thief, you take it, you do not know what are you talking about. The same as Muhammad, when he copy from a book which is written by Waraq ibn Nawfal, we find him saying the following as an example. If you go to this verse, chapter 6, verse number 74, you will see the Muslims consider the word Azar as a name for Abraham father. Why? And this why is not translated, because this is a name. We don't translate a name. The fact this is not a name, but because Muhammad himself is a thief, and then those who follow after, they are just copy paste. They thought that this is the name of the father of Abraham. But all of us, we can go and see what the name of Abraham. You can go right now to Google, type 2 words, and you will find, okay, type in Google what is the name of the father of Abraham, and you will see this is absolutely false. The Muslims, they think that Azar is the name of the father of Abraham, based in their disconnection or disconnect with the knowledge of where the name is coming from or what the word is mean. This is not a name, this is a word mean foolish. So imagine, because of the stupidity of this cult, the word foolish became a name of the father of Abraham. So imagine I say to somebody foolish. The Muslim Abdul, he think I am calling him that this is his name, and then he will write in the book, Christian Prince, he called this guy foolish, so his name is foolish. Why they thought this is a name? Because they do not know what Azar mean. And that is showing us the foolishness of the founder of this cult. So from Azar saying to his father, foolish, are you going to worship idols? This is what it says. Hey, fool, are you fool? You worship idols? Makes sense, right? Now it makes sense. Nobody call his father by his name, because this is disrespect. You don't say to your father, hey, my father, etc. You don't call him by his name. You say to him, father. So father, Azar, this is foolish. Are you going to worship idols? And now that makes sense. But for a foolish religion, for a foolish prophet, for a foolish cult, the foolish became a name. So now, according to Muhammad, Abraham, his last name is foolish. Let me introduce to you Prophet Abraham the foolish. His father name is foolish and his mother name is silly. And here right away we notice that this cannot be from God. So why the Muslims, they focus too much about saying to us that Allah is one God, when Satan is one Satan? You see, Muhammad, he tried to come to the conclusion that there's many Satans, but according to the Quran, there's only one. The first Satan, his name is Iblis. There's only one Iblis. So is Iblis as God? Muhammad, he claimed that Iblis is going to share with mankind their children's. And you find that in the Quran, as an example, chapter 18, verse number 50. And then the Muslims, in order to come to like a solution for this, how Iblis is going to have a children? Who is his wife? I mean, this is silly. Iblis is the first, is, you know, for, you know, like Muslims, they have a very funny cult, is a very confusing cult. Allah, he kicked from heaven only one Satan, only one. As you see, he is the only one who refused to bow down to Adam, and he was right. You know, this God is crazy. Why you are asking me to bow down to Adam? He's a man like me. I mean, I am actually made from a better nature from him. Why you are ordering, you know? And what is the logic? The Muslim, they say to us, Allah is one God and we worship God only, when their God himself is asking Shaitan and the angels to bow down worshiping Adam. The first one who ordered human, someone to bow down to a human, it was Allah. So your God Allah is a mushrik. You see, the Muslim, they say to us, we as Muslim, we bow down only to Allah, which is a big fat lie. As you see, this is the God of Islam himself is ordering the angels and Shaitan. Actually, by the way, he ordered only the angels, but he get upset from the Shaitan, which is very silly and stupid. Because of Shaitan, according to Islam, for those who do not know, Satan is not an angel, not like in the Bible, so don't be confused. Islam does not teach that Satan is an angel. Satan is a creator by himself from different kind. They call them genie, which is taken from stories from India and Persia, genie and the ball. So Muhammad, he think that Allah created three kind of creatures: human, angels, and genies. There's no demon. That's it. Like some naive Christians, they keep mixing between what they believe in the Bible and what the Muslim believe. There's no demon in Islam. They don't believe in demon. So don't think when we say genie that is a demon. No, don't be silly. So genie and the human and angels. Okay, now Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down to Adam, but the genie, he refused, which makes sense. But the story here is more silly, because Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down. If you remember in my debate with Sheikh Abdul Wadud, he could not answer me, and he could not find me how in the world this mistake happened. How I say all cats say meow, and then I get upset from the dog for not saying meow. Very silly. He's a dog, he's not a cat. I ordered the angels to bow down. Why I'm set from the genie? So Islam is a silly religion. The second you start reading and the second you start understanding, especially if you speak Arabic, you will find how stupid the Quran in Arabic and how funny the meaning is. And then the translation come to cover up some of the stupidity, but it doesn't work no more, especially with someone like me. So here what you see, that Muhammad, God, supposedly the one God, quote unquote, the silly God, one God, he says that genie is going to share with your children. And he's saying, are you going to take him and his children's as a protectors? So Allah, he just confirmed that Shaitan, he have a children's. And now we try to solve the problem. How Shaitan is going to have a children's? If you go and read the interpretation for this verse, you will see the Muslim scholars, they come with the story, and the story is very funny. That Shaitan, he F himself every day. Allah, he created for him a penis in the right leg, and he created for him a vagina in the left leg. So when he want to have sex, he shake his legs. By the way, I'm shaking my legs right now because it's cold, not because I'm having sex. Okay, so stop my legs. Stop. I cannot stop them. It's cold. So look how funny this cult is. Shaitan, he have a penis Because Muslim, they have to find a solution now. Okay, the Quran says Shaitan, he have children, but he don't have a wife. So what we will do? How we can solve this problem? We have to come with something. So they come with it. And now Shaitan, he have, and by the way, if there's a Muslim, he want to say to me, this is a lie, I don't believe it, will challenge me, call me right now, and I will show you the reference. Can you give the link you are using? Yeah, it's called Quran. Wow, as you see, it's really wow. Quran, wow, very wow. But as you see, all those Muslim translation is not to be trusted. This is why I'm working on the Quran translation right now. Now, just because we mentioned this, I don't want to just mention it without showing reference. You know, the Muslim, they will say, oh, he's lying. Okay, Shaitan. All right. This is Tafsir al-Qurtubi, and this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. You will see here, it says the following. وقال مجاهد إن إبليس أدخل فرجه في فرج نفسه فباض 5 بيضات. That Iblis, he did enter his private part into his private part, and he lay 5 eggs, and this is the origin of his children's. And it says that Allah, he created for him in his right thigh a penis, and in the left thigh a vagina. So he do nikah by this, with this, by that. You see here the word yankah. The Muslim, they say to us that the word yankah mean getting married, but as you see, it's not about getting married. It's about physical. You know, فهو ينكح. Here Shaitan is getting married from who? The left leg from the right leg? No, there is no marriage. It's effing. So he F this with that, this with that, this what? The penis which is in the right side, as you see, okay. خلق له في فخذه اليمنى ذكرا, a penis, وفي اليسرى فرجا, a vagina. So he do nukah to this by that, and then here continue saying, and every time he do that, every day he lay down 10 eggs. So finally we discover that in Islam Shaitan is a chicken. In the best scenario, he is a turkey. All right, and then the story, the fantasy story continue. I mean, Muhammad cannot stop there. Muhammad, he have to give us some wisdom. And then he says, because there is no way the Muslims are coming with this from their own, it must be coming from their prophet, right? And then after he laid down 10 eggs, يخرج من كل بيضة 70 شيطان وشيطانة. And from every egg he laid down 70 Satan, male Satan and female Satan. See, the first Shaitan, he have a penis and a vagina in the same in his body, but his children, no, there's male Shaitan and there's female Shaitan, and from every egg there is 70 Satan. Now, if we from every egg we have 70, and he is laying down 10 eggs every day, what is the total of the babies Shaitan he make every day? 700 Satan every day. I don't swear, I don't curse. Where I'm cursing, Shirley? Guys, did I curse? Where I cursed? A person saying a Christian prince, he have a unique way of cursing and swearing. What are you talking about? Where is my curse? You know, sometimes people are silly. So as you see here, and not only that, it says, and then those 70 Satan and Shaitan, male and female, when they come out, they fly immediately. So when a Muslim he focus in Allah being a one God, are you focusing? Why you don't focus about Allah the silly God? Why you don't focus about Allah the fairy tale God? Why you don't focus about Allah the fiction God? Why you don't focus about the porn star God who wanna make you horny in heaven, give you a lot of women, boys for sex in this penis? Right? So as you see here, when the Muslims they try to focus about Allah being one, they are trying to take your attention away from the quality and the stupidity we find in their book about their God. So let us focus in Allah being one, and let us forget about Allah being one is stupid. Let us focus about Allah being one, and let us not to remember that Allah is one satanic. You know, when we ask the Muslim why Allah must spread hatred between the Christians, when the Muslim they make a website like this for us saying Allah is the only true God, and the name of the website is Islam for Christians. How Islam is for Christians, yet Islam says that Allah he target the Christians and he want to spread hatred and enmity between the Christians. Sorry, I forgot Twitter on. Do you see how silly this cult is? How silly. Who care if your God is one? Tell me about the quality of your one God, or two God, or three gods. They try to fool us, giving us article about we are people of monotheism. No, you don't have a monotheism. You Muslim, you don't worship Allah alone, and the proof is the Shahada. What is going to make me a Muslim? If I say I believe in Allah, is that accepted? No. You have to say I believe there's no God but Allah, and there is no perverted the Prophet but Muhammad. And if you say that, then you are a Muslim. If you say you believe in Allah only, that's not Islam. It's rejected. So Islam is like a grave covered by marble. They try to put the most expensive marble in the top of it, but in the end it's a grave. It is silly, it's stupid, it's hateful, it's violence, and far away from reality too. As an example, when the Muslims they say to us that our God he taught us about himself. Okay, what he taught you about yourself, about himself? In fact, nothing. What the Muslims they knew about their God? Nothing. Or what they knew, he have two hands in the right side, which obviously maybe it's a birth defect or something. Have you ever heard of a God he have two hands in the right side? That's your God? You have one God who have two hands, and both of them in the right side. What happened? Did he go through an accident or something? So they focus in their God as one God, but they don't focus in the silliness of this God. Why does God have two hands in the right side? What happened? And why he have hands anyway? You know, the Muslim they say to us Allah is not a man. You Christians worship a man. But their God have 5 fingers, have a foot, have a shin, and actually the Quran says that in the before the judgment day, Allah is going to expose his shin. Hmm? And imagine if you are a person who have 2 hands in the right side of your body. This is a problem, my friend. What if somebody spank you from the left side? How you can respond to this? So you are like this here. Let us say this is Allah, and now his hands, both of them are in the right side. Allah have a shin. It doesn't confirm that Allah have two or not, but it says only a shin, so we can draw only that he have one and he have a foot. So all what we know that Allah he have one shin and one foot. There's nowhere it mentioned that Allah have two shins or 2 foot. And then Allah he have 2 hands in the right. Both of them are here. Each one of them have 5 fingers. Now Christian Prince is here. He come and he punch Allah in his left shoulder from the left side. Now Christian Prince he have 2 legs and he have hands in both sides. So he have advantage over Allah because Allah only can respond from somebody or to somebody he is in his right side. But if a Christian Prince hit him here in the left side, Allah cannot respond because he have no hand there. Same time, if we ask ourselves, your God Allah is not a man. He have 2 hands, he have 1 foot, he have 2 eyes, he have a face, he have a mouth. That's wonderful. Why he need those parts? You see, when we say that I have a hand, is to use it, to grab with it. Our Lord the Messiah, he have hands because he come to us in a form of a man. But our Lord the Messiah, he can control the nature without using his hands. As simple as that. He can resurrect people from death without using any tools. He can heal people by saying you are healed, the same as he say you are forgiven. Allah, he need his hands to do work. As an example, when Allah he created Adam, did he created him by saying be and he was, as a verse in the Quran says to us? All those verses in front of us, by the way, mentioning that Allah he have hands. All right, as you see, there's many verses. But the most important is that Allah created Adam by his hands and in his image. If you go in the Quran, you will find the Muslims, they are suffering from many problems which they cannot explain, because the Quran is a copy book of other books and it's not connected with those books, which means it's a collection of stories. We took them and you know, and we put them together, and it doesn't matter if they are, you know, they mean anything at the end of the day. It's just a collection of stories, and Muhammad, whatever he hear from people around him, he take it, he put it there. But when the Quran says in chapter 38 verse number 75 that Allah created Adam by his hands, how the Muslims will solve this problem? Anyone knows what is the problem now? Who knows what the problem? This is a big problem. If a Muslim consider himself worshipping one God who created Adam by saying be, as other verse in the Quran says or claim, which is proving Islam to be false again. Why? Because how one verse says Allah, he says to Adam be, and he was. Another verse says Allah said in chapter 3 verse number 1, chapter 59 verse number 59, the likeness of Jesus with Allah is as the likeness of Adam. He created him of dust, then he said to him be, and he was. But this verse says that he created him by his hands, not by his mouth, not by using a word. In different verse it says that Allah, he breathed into Adam too. In other verse it says that even Adam himself, he said to Allah, finish me before the sun set, which means Allah is taking him very long to finish Adam. But we notice here that Allah here is confirming, supposedly the one is talking is Allah, but obviously this is Muhammad, confirming that he created Adam with his hands. So what is hands of Allah? Any Muslim have an idea? Why Allah needed to create Adam by his hands? You see, we do things based on, let us say, if I can now, let us say I have a problem with my roof, like last summer I have a problem with my roof. And I need to fix it. If I can fix this roof without using my hands, just by saying fixed, it's going to be fixed, should I use my hands? Why Allah is using his hands when he can just say the word and then he will be there? Especially after we saw Allah himself supposedly stating in chapter 3 verse number 59 that he said to Adam be, and he was. And if we remember, there's a verse in the Quran says, if this book is not from Allah, you will find in it a lot of contradiction. Do you see it? One verse saying that Allah, he said to Adam be, and he was. The other verse saying that Allah, he have to work with his hands to make Adam Adam. And when Allah, he is using his hands, is that only to create Adam? No. The Quran confirmed that Allah, he built the earth and the heaven by using his hands. So the hands of Allah are literally a physical hands, who they are literally used the same as we use our hands. We build with it, we eat with it, we hold things with it. And this is explained why Muhammad believed that Allah have 5 fingers in every hand. So the question now here, instead of the Muslims focusing in their God to be one God, what about we try to find who is your God and why he look like this, why he have 2 hands in the right side, why he have 1 shin, which will make him jump like a kangaroo. Imagine if you have 1 foot, I mean, how you can walk with it, and why he have a foot anyway? Are we following, guys? Why he have a foot? God, our God, he came to us as a man because he was walking between us. He have hands because came in the flesh of a human. We as a Christian, we believe that Jesus the Christ is the visible image of the invisible God, which means he humbled himself, our God, he humbled himself, and he came in the image of a man. But this is how your God is. Your God is, reality is, this is how he is. He's not taking a new form. No, he is a person with 2 hands. 2 hands in the right side of his shoulder, 1 foot and 1 shin, and 2 eyes, and 1 mouth. Why? A Muslimah, she is upset from me, and she said, go to hell with HIV. And this is a great example that the one God of Islam is not a helpful God. He made out of Muslims people who curse, and he hate people around them just because they don't agree with them. While the God of the Christian says, pray for them. So for me as a Christian, my Lord, he said to me, I pray for you if you have HIV to be healed, not to curse you to have it. And this is what make a difference between my God and your God. You claim that you have one God, but obviously your God, he did not make something good out of you. Your God made you a person who curse, hate, and you cannot even act normally as a normal human. My God was able to change me for better and for good. Look at this guy. This is the spirit of Islam. CP, go to hell with your HIV. I don't know, maybe I slept with you and this is why you think I have HIV, because you are did you give it to me or something? Where do you get this from? So you are a lady who have an HIV sleeping around and you thought you slept with me. No, I did not sleep with you and I don't have that disease, thanks God. But as I know, you're a prophet, according to the hadith, that all his wives was infected with sexual disease, and I can prove it. As long as you mention this, excuse me, I have to show you that you Muslims believe in a prophet who was infected, obviously, with sexual disease. Let us read this. You're a prophet. All the women he slept with, they have in their vaginal thin and yellow water. And if you ask any doctor, he will say to you that this is a clear proof of a sexual infection. That is not a healthy vagina. Now I will give you a chance to pray for Muhammad so he might not die because of his sexual disease. And because Muhammad is moving, as you see, he think, oh, look what he says. The women's water is thin and yellow. So Muhammad, he never slept with the women. She is not infected. Do you see it? Why all the women of Muhammad, they have a yellow thin water in their vagina? Hello? Be careful when you say something to Christian Prince, because he will answer you in a way you don't like. And as you see, we answer with reference, not like with cursing. We don't curse. Now, I'm not going to ask you, by the way, how silly your prophet when he says here that the water of the man is thick and white and the water of the woman is thin and yellow, and which of one of them comes first, the child will resemble him. Now I know Zakir Naik, he looked like who? Based on this, obviously his father have orgasm first. Now I know why Trump he looked like that. He looked like his father. And here, by the way, it's not only about a look, it's about the gender too, because obviously when his father and his mother, they did boom boom, obviously the father of Trump, he had orgasm first, and this is what it's called, the science of Allah. Remember, Muhammad, he don't speak of his own. Everything he says, وَمَا هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَى, everything he says, it's an inspiration from Allah. And obviously this is a fantasy, not a science. This is a stupidity, not knowledge. Based on this, if you don't want to have a son, you would like to have a girl, daughter, well, don't have orgasm first, let your wife have orgasm. And by the way, the wife of Muhammad, she said to him when he was explaining to a woman about the water in her vagina, she said to him, and do the women have that? Which means, do the women have orgasm? The Muslim translation, they says, do the women see wet dreams? The fact she was not saying that, which means Muhammad's wife, she never have orgasm too. Do we have any Muslim here have an objection? Any Muslim, he wanna say something to us? Please feel free. I would like to listen to you. And trust me, we as a Christian, we don't hate you. You know, we have objection for this cult. It's a stupid cult, but we are not here to hate you or to speak against you. You are not, you know, you are a victim of this cult. You are not really you are not the problem. He said he want to punish me in Germany. Abdul, you know, let the Abdul try to punish me. I like it as if I don't know if you saw Amir, and you know, if you see Amir, he can eat this Ramadan. You know, let him punish him. I will not even get involved. I will watch, or let him punish me too. I mean, they are silly. They teach violence. We don't want to teach violence, and we don't believe in violence. But this is a clear sign that they are losing ground, and they are upset for they cannot answer us. They make videos, they debate themselves. Oh, here go, call me. This guy, how many times I said, okay, give me your Skype, I will call you. He will not dare. Christian Prince is lying. I will show you the proof. Let me show you. But they cannot, and they will not dare to call me. What if both have orgasm in the same time? That's a good question. I cannot say that he will be a gay, because according to different reference in Islam, the gays are the children of those who the husband he have sex with the women from her ass. Excuse my language. According to Muslims, if a man he have sex with his wife from her wrong location, that make the son a gay. Some they say if he look at her vagina, that will make the son blind. All right. This is why Aisha, she said, I never saw the penis of Muhammad. I don't know why she said that. Maybe because it's so small, or because maybe it's so shiny. Let me see if I can find you the reference. Uh, all right. I mean, sometimes I find the stories it's in Islamic books is beyond silly. How in the world a woman she is having sex with the man she never saw his penis? So what she saw? Do you see it? His wife she never saw the private part of her husband. Why is that? I'm not going to go in details, but I mean, isn't it this is funny and stupid? And what's wrong with the woman seeing the penis of her husband? If the wife she cannot see the penis of her husband, she will see the penis of who? She's his wife, and they can have sex lawfully. So what they were doing all this time? Maybe she could not find it. This is remind me of an Arabian joke. A guy he went to the tailor and he told him I want a pant with a big zipper. The guy he said, wow, it must be so big. The guy he said, no, it's so small I cannot find it. So Aisha, she never saw the private part of the messenger of Allah. And you are asking me why Aisha she never have a children? Well, she never saw it. As simple as that. Any Muslim have anything to say? Guys, if you read the books of Muslims, you will die laughing. I don't know how many of you they have my book Sex and Allah. Read it and it's fun. It's really fun. Madness, stupidity, crazy. Any Muslim have something to say? The stories about private parts in Islam is beyond imagination. Like Muhammad, he claimed that when his mother she gave birth to him, excuse me, a light came out from her vagina and reached all the way to Damascus. And this is why actually, you know, my grandfather, he said he was going in a trip at that time, not to Syria but to close, like he was going to Jerusalem. And in the way they saw a light coming all the way from Mecca, very fast. And my grandfather he lost his sight for a few days, and he told us that the proof that this is the light of the mother Muhammad because it have a smell. The light came from the mother of Muhammad vagina all the way to Damascus, but those who live next door did not see it. Why nobody in Mecca saw the light? To the point the Muslims, the Arab around him, they keep saying to him, give us a miracle, give us a sign. If this has happened, well, all the village will see that. People in Damascus, they have seen this light, but the neighbors did not see it. And actually, this is my worry now. If I marry a Muslim woman or even a Middle Eastern woman, as you know, we are Middle Eastern, I'm worried, like, should I wear a welding mask before we take off our clothes? Because what if my wife, she have the same private part like the mother of Muhammad, a nuke private part? She took off her panty, the light come out. Here we go, I go blind. Are you happy now? And maybe this is why Aisha should not look. So as you see, the Muslim, they try to focus in, they have one God, to avoid asking about how silly this cult is. Ask no questions. The only thing they will say to you, Allah is only one true God. If you ask in details, you will see how silly and how stupid this God, who he think that the woman, she have a sperm coming from her ribs, specifically the location of the necklace. Why we don't ask ourselves, is this God qualified to be God? Can we consider? Hey guys, please, no personal insult in the text. And anyone will insult anyone. Doesn't matter if you are Christian or not, a Muslim or not. We will give you time out. If you repeat it, we will block you. So anyone will make a personal insult, attack the topic, not the person. The only one you can attack is a Christian prince. Feel free. Call me whatever you want. Why wouldn't ask ourselves, what make Allah Allah, your God? What make him God for you? Any Muslim have an idea? What make Allah God for you? Is that because he will provide us a lot of women who they are extremely sexy? I like sexy women, especially if we can see through the marrow of their bones. When people, they are asking me why you are still not married. I mean, imagine, take her to bed and look what you see. You see an X-ray. My wife, the beautiful wife, brother, I pray to Allah 5 times a day, bending my ass up and down, saying words in a language I don't understand, doing jihad against the kuffar, exploding myself, and I became pieces to get a woman. I can see the marrow of her bones. Can't you do better? So our God is one God. He create for us, brother, in the heaven, women, we can see the marrow of their bones. Nice to meet you, marrow God. This is the God you are talking about? I cannot wait to go to heaven and get those women. Very beautiful, very sexy, very hot. You know, we have to be realistic. This God is really something. Brother, you will see the marrow of your wives. From now on, your wife, she cannot hide the hamburger she ate from you. You can see it. I mean, you can see literally everything there. When you go to heaven, brother, your wives will be walking around you in a very, very emotional way. And you can take selfie. Allah is the best to create. Who can create better than this than Allah? Let me introduce for you my first wife. And now my those three wives in the image, they are doing what they call it, zomba in the beach. I know you might be confused which one is the, like, which one is all of them, they have one name. We call them Hur. Have you ever heard of all women in heaven, their name is Hur? They have the same face, the same look, the same voice, the same song, the same name, and the same age. I'm sure many of you is thinking seriously to convert to Islam now, right? But I found that the most accurate image for what Muhammad described for us in heaven in the hadith is this ones. Look at your beautiful wife, or look at this one. Oh boy, I am not sure how many of you is thinking literally now to convert to Islam. You know, if I say to somebody that Muhammad, he promised Muslims, or Allah, he promised Muslims to go to heaven and get this, women we can see the marrow of their bones, they will say to me, you are a liar. There's no way Muhammad, he will say such a stupid thing. My friend, it's in front of you. I am not making things up. You see it? And not only that, Muhammad, he swear by Allah that this is what you will get. By Allah. So don't tell me I'm making things up. And you know, for myself, to be honest with you, I avoid looking at those pictures. As you know, I am single. I mean, I cannot handle it. Look at this. I mean, it's getting hot here. Let me turn off the heater. A guy, his name is Hussein, he is saying to me, liar. I mean, guys, I showed them the reference in front of them in the screen. I showed them what their prophet said. I give the reference live on air, and yet they say to me, liar. How is that? By the way, just to be honest with you, Muhammad, he never mentioned that in the heaven of Allah, women, they will be wearing high heels. Just to let you know. Okay, so to give a correct image here, you have to take off the high heels from the picture. That will make it more accurate. So they spend the day telling us about Allah is one God, but they will not tell us that Allah, he work in X-ray clinic, and he is going to make for us women their nature of a flesh we can see through, and even their bones is see through. By the way, I see in her belly here, this woman, I think she ate hummus. I don't know if you can see the hummus with me here. Do you see the hummus? I see hummus here. And I think this here is like tomato, maybe here. Tomato. Any Muslim, he want to tell us about the one God he worship. So you give us headache every day. One God, one God, one God. You have a one crazy God. What this? I spend my life praying to this God to get this. I don't want to go to heaven no more. What about we have other deal? Hey Allah, if I believe in you, can you just send me to Las Vegas? I mean, come on, please. I don't want to go there. Look at those women. I'm scared. And the funny is what Muslims they say to you in text, liar. Abdul, it says in the front of us. This is Sahih al-Bukhari, brother. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. I apologize, guys, for those pictures, because last time I put those pictures in the screen, I heard like there's 20 Christians they converted to Islam immediately. And this is what happened. I put the picture in the screen, and those men they start like getting hot, and they felt like they have a fever, and they felt the temptation taking over them, and then they could not resist to say the Shahada. And this is for sure true story from Sahih Bukhari. So you have one God, you have 10 God, but this is the God you have, my friend. Stop fooling around trying to fool people saying we have one God. Who cares if your God is 1 or 2 or 3 or 4? What we care for is that your God have no good ethic. What kind of God is going to create for me a huge number of women for sex? If your God is a true God, then he should create one man and one woman maximum, if sex is going to be there. What about why your God do not know what the word love mean? A man, he love a woman, they live together forever. Wonderful, he make them love each other. What the point of 70 women or 72 which I never met? They are just made as sex toys for me. All of them they sing the same song. And the funny Muhammad, he says that each time you have sex with this woman, she said to you, you are the best man to F. I mean, how in the world she say that if she never have sex with any man before? Aren't you saying to us they are virgins? So each time you have sex with her, she said to her husband, man, you are the best to F, man. And you're like, you are so proud. Yeah, it's me. I am the man. I am the best. Did you hear what she said? Say it again, say it again. I mean, how silly is that is? Each time her husband he sleep with her, but she never sleep with other man. Yet she say you are the best one to F. Shouldn't you go and try somebody else first, at least for a night or two? And that remind me of Aisha when she said, "Who of you have private parts like the Prophet?" How Aisha she knew? من منكم يملك إربه. We can't find the hadith in English. Let's see. Here we go. And look how the Muslim translate this. Even if we go with their false translation, when Aisha, she says, who among you can control his desire as the messenger controlled his desire? How she knew? Can somebody tell me? She's talking to men. He's trying to call me. Okay, hold on, let me see. Hussein is trying to call me. Did you get the permission from Mama, Hussein, before you call me? Be careful, huh? Okay, let me call you, Hussein. Hold on. So why you don't call me, Hussein? Call. If I call you, you promise me you will answer? Okay, I will call you. Answer, Hussein, answer. Look like Hussein, he could not control his desire to answer me. Or not to answer, sorry. What a coward. He just texted me here. You fool, you do not know Alam al-Khalq, Alam al-Amr. I mean, is that Arabic supposedly? This is what Hussein he want? Why you don't call me and explain to me what are you saying? If this is Arabic, I don't know what gibberish is. What Alam al-Khalaq, what is that? Hello? Hello? It's me you're looking for, and you are scared as never before, because I'm terrifying to you, and everybody is waiting. Hello? You are just another potato, and you have nothing to say. La 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 la. Who of you can control desire, his desire, like the prophet? Aisha simply looked like she slept with all the town, and she noticed that nobody of the men, they can control their penis as the prophet. How shameful. Do we have any Abdul? Hey guys, how is this mic working? Is it good? Is this mic better than the mic was yesterday? I switched to the old mic because I noticed that this mic I can see the marrow of the bones of the mic. The other one I cannot see, and I like the marrow idea. Is good? That's wonderful. Any Abdul? Did you see my message in Skype? I don't know. Let me see. No, I don't see any message in Skype. There is zero messages. I think you messaged the wrong guy. Like Muhammad, when he received the message from Jibril, the Shia, they say the real message was to Ali. Oh boy. Jibril, he have a wrong address. He was coming to Ali. Anyone? So like when the Muslims they speak about having one God, you have always to be smart and don't make them fool you. Who care if your God is one or two or three? The question is how stupid, how smart your God is. You have one God, but he is silly, he is stupid, he's an idiot, He's hateful, he's violent, he's disgusting, and he don't know even how a baby is created. You go on YouTube, you search, you find scientific miracles of the Quran, and when we check them one by one, we will find that each one of them is not only not true, it is the opposite. Do the Shia believe in Muhammad like the Sunnah? Yes, they believe in Muhammad, but the Shia, they focus more in Ali and his children. And the Shia believe that Muhammad and his family, they are created from the lights of Allah, and they used to be 5 stars in the eyes of Allah, in the forehead of Allah. Yes, Ahmed, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you, man?
I'm fine. How about you?
Allah, I am good. But always when I call you, I have a feeling that you will hang up the phone in the end.
You know, I don't like people lying to me. I like people to be honest.
I'm not lying at you, man.
Okay, let us
what
stop.
the hell that you're doing?
Okay, let us see.
One thing. I will let you speak.
Okay.
No problem. One thing, man. Brother Christian, you don't have a chance in your mind that maybe this God is real. Maybe you are doing a dangerous stuff. Maybe God will punish you one day with something.
To be honest with you, let me tell you what happened to me. I was going to Walmart, and a woman, she is like in the size of 500 kilograms. She stepped in my foot. I think this is God punished to me from Allah. Do you think so? Until now, my toes is hurting me. Look at it. Look, it's big.
It's not about that, Christian.
What are you talking about? What I know? Look what Allah. If Allah is a true God, look what's happening to you, Muslims. I mean, don't you see what's happening? You are crossing the sea just to find a piece of bread to eat. Look what happened to Somalia. Look what happened to Syria. Look what happened to Iraq.
Look, okay,
what happened to the Jews? No, the Jews until now, they are the most wealthy, rich people in the world. What are you talking about? Look at the Jews. We also
took our part.
Look, hold on. Look at Israel. Look at Israel and look at you. Now let's go back to the topic.
Yeah, but before we were also rich, and we were taking everything on the world, and we are spreading everything in the world like America is doing right now. But what you need
no. You Muslims, no. You see, no, you Muslims, even when you conquer, only the caliphate get rich, and you Muslims stay poor and you die. And look at you, still is the same. You go to Saudi Arabia, still until now, the most of people, they don't even have jobs, and they are homeless. They can't even afford to get married. Now let's go to the topic.
You are not American, but you went to America to go to get work, and you want to secure your family, right? You also did the same thing.
No, I don't have a wife. You know, all my wives, like what happened to me, I think this is a punishment from Allah. Each time I ask a girl to marry me, she commits suicide. What do you think the problem?
Oh man, come on, Christian, don't mock.
Well,
please.
I am not mocking. And you are the one who is mocking. You are the one who says to me that Allah is punishing me.
My friend,
Is it you who's saying to me Allah is going to punish me, or aren't you afraid from Allah punishment?
Am I afraid from Allah?
No, you are the one who said that to me. Aren't you the one who said to me that?
Yes, of course, I told you.
Okay, let me ask you. In the Quran, Allah, He said to the Christians, and I am a Christian. If you don't believe in Muhammad, I am going to erase your eyes and your eyes and your eyebrows and your mouth, your nose. I will put your nose inside your head. Why Allah He make a threat, but He did not do it? Why He cannot do it?
God also said that He will burn you in hellfire. He will give you a new skin every time it will get burned.
But that's another question. You can talk about that later. No problem. How Allah He says to the Christians, if you don't believe now in Allah, I am going to erase the details of your faces. I will make you with no mouth, with no ears, with no eyes, with no eyebrows, and I will push your nose inside your head. And He said to them, I will do that to you the same as I did to the Jews. I made them pigs and monkeys. So this is not about the judgment day, this is about now. So why Allah is not doing that to me?
Because it was not talking about you, it was talking about people at that time.
Okay, why He did not do it to those people at that time, in the time of Muhammad? Why He did not do that to the Christians?
Same verse. Listen, it is the same verse that was talking out of context I heard you 2 days ago talking about وَاقْتُلُوهُمْ حَيْثُ وَجَدْتُمُوهُمْ, kill them wherever you see them.
Answer about this now. We can go to the front. Don't jump. What about
I'm not
this?
Jumping. It is the same thing.
Did Allah make anyone erase his face and he was a Christian for he not believe in Muhammad? Can you give me an example?
There is no verse in the Quran that tell us to take that tell us to be racist to the Jewish. Or
this is not the question. This is not the question. Why you are changing the topic? You see why I hang up on you? I like to talk. I like to talk. I like to talk to an adult. I talk about something. You answer about things. I have nothing to do with it now. I am asking you.
No.
Did Allah? No. Don't say. Don't make me hang up on you. I am talking to you as an adult. Ahmad.
Turn us to monkeys. You want to turn us to dogs.
Listen. Either you are a consistent an adult, and you talk to me and you answer what I'm talking about.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
So don't change the topic.
This is a beautiful.
Don't change the topic. So now show me where is the ones. Where is the ones? Hold on.
Says more than that, my friend.
Hold on. Where is the ones? Where is the Christians who Allah made their faces erased?
I don't know.
So why Allah is making a lie?
I don't know if this is a lie.
Why not? I mean, because he threatened them in the time of Muhammad. If you don't believe in Muhammad, I will erase your faces, and nothing happened.
My friend, okay, you are picking words. God say, if you don't believe in Muhammad and God, you will go to hell. It's worse than.
No, this is not about Judgment Day. This is about the time when Muhammad, he said that to them, as the same as I did to the Jews. He did it already. This is not about Judgment Day. So he is threatening, if you don't believe in Muhammad, I am going to erase the details of your face.
Okay, so what is the problem with that?
The problem is that this is a lie, because
God in your Bible.
The problem is
me and God,
the problem is your God is not a true God. He said something and never happened, which means Muhammad is probably. Okay, let me ask you: have you ever seen a person raising his head before the Imam finished the prayer?
You said your God is not true God. This is
your God. Your God.
This is according to you.
Your God. Your God is not a true God. Does not exist. Now I'm asking you. Have you ever seen Ahmad? Listen. When you go to the mosque, be honest with me. Have you ever seen a Muslim raising his head before the Imam finished the prayer?
No, never.
Never? No Muslim raised head. I can show you tons of videos right now. What are you talking about?
Wait. You are talking in the masjid when someone is praying behind the Imam, right?
Yeah.
If you are praying behind the Imam, you do whatever he does.
Okay.
There will be people in the back, in the back, praying alone because they are behind.
Okay. So have you ever witnessed a person, he raised his head before the Imam, he raised his head, let us say by mistake or whatever?
No. By mistake, yes. Some people do mistake. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, guys, by mistake. Okay, by mistake. Okay, we got it. Guys, he saw some people by mistake, they do that. Okay, now, you're a prophet, he says, aren't you afraid to raise your head before the Imam finish the prayer? Because Allah will make your head the head of a donkey? Are you laughing at your prophet now or what?
Christian, I know my prophet.
Are you laughing at your prophet? Did you see the man? You just said yes, by mistake some people they do that and everybody heard you. Did you see any of those who raised their head before the Imam raised his head turn into a donkey?
Yeah, listen, if this hadith is hadith sahih, I don't remember all the hadith sahih. It's over 6,000, but if it's sahih,
it is
this will be talking about someone
it is
who will raise, he will be talking about someone who will raise his head in purpose before the Imam. That means he's a hypocrite. He's not praying.
In purpose. Okay, and you are telling me, and you are telling me, and you are telling me from 1,400 years until now, not even a single Muslim he raised his head in purpose.
What do you mean he doesn't? Listen, God can punish you in many ways. God can punish you in many ways. Like
don't tell me in any way. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Something happened to me.
Listen. Don't change the topic. Don't change the topic. Obviously, okay. How come for 1,400 years not a single Muslim Allah he made his head the head of a donkey?
Can you prove that?
Show me. Do you have a human being he have a head of a donkey?
Can you prove that nobody?
You have to prove it. You have to prove it. Have you ever seen a man he have a head of a donkey is a Muslim?
Yeah, I saw men in front of my eyes because they are hypocrites. They have a very bad death because they hypocrites.
But your prophet,
you're
a prophet.
Some of them,
my friend. Okay, hold on. Okay,
I saw in front of my eyes.
Okay, what do you mean? What do you mean bad death? Like what happened?
Okay, I will tell you. This is what I'm trying to tell you. One guy was mocking God.
Okay.
And he drove the car in front of me. Okay. God Allah yarhamu, yani God bless his soul. I wish that God forgive him. He was a nice guy, but because he was so arrogant, he was talking about God. He was an atheist. He didn't believe in God. You know, and he starts saying if God and if that and if this. This guy started driving his car, and when he drove his car, my friend, 10 minutes later we got a call that he died on the street, and the car got burned on him. He got burned inside the car, my friend. 10 minutes later.
My friend,
That's why I'm saying to you,
this is really disgusting.
sometimes,
Okay, listen. I have a story that somebody, he made fun of the miswak, and then Allah, he made him a rat, and he made him give a birth to a rat. Actually,
this is not true.
This is not true. So what if I show you the reference?
Christian, you are bringing reference from there and that. You are doing exactly what the racist Muslims are doing.
Okay, let me ask you. Okay, hold on. Did Allah make the Jews rats?
Did Allah make the Jews rats?
Yes.
No, but maybe he what you call it? He gave them some attributes because the people of Israel at that time, they were ignorant.
Okay,
you know,
so
it's like
my question is, okay, my question to you, Allah, he when he cursed the Jews, what he made them? He made them, what animals he made them? Do you know?
He didn't make, but he cursed them. He will make him.
He will make them? No, the Quran says no. The Quran says, I don't know what you. Are you sure you're a Muslim?
Wallahi, alhamdulillah.
Okay, well,
but you know, the thing is, I don't go into details. I'm not interested to know how did this guy died, how did this guy did he turn to a monkey. I'm interested in the message.
My friend, the Quran, here we go. Those verses in front of you on the screen. Chapter 2, verse number 65. Chapter 5, verse number 60. Chapter 7, 166. It says that we made them pigs and monkeys. Here we go. Shall I tell you the of worse case in their retribution with Allah, the worst, which means he's talking about the Jews, whom Allah has cursed, him on whom he has worth has failing, and of and the translation is really horrible. Let me change.
See, I'm telling you, that's why you have confusion. You are reading a translation. I'm reading the original book, and there is nothing about what you are saying in the original book.
Did you forget I am an Arab, Ahmad?
No, I don't forget you are.
Okay, so what do you mean? What do you mean you are reading translation? What do you mean I'm reading translation? I'm reading for you. I'm reading translation. Here we go. Hold on. قل هل أنبئكم etc. عن مثوبة عند الله من لعنة وغضب الله عليه وجعل منهم القردة والخنازير. Do you see it?
Yes.
So here we go. It doesn't matter what we read the language. You speak Arabic, I speak Arabic. In front of us, Allah, he made the pigs, he made the Jews, pigs and monkeys, not in the judgment day as you said.
Wait a minute. Didn't you see any Muslim who are racist? There is racist Muslims.
This is another question. You said that Allah, he will make them in the judgment day, but the Quran says he made them already.
I don't agree with that. I'm just trying to be polite.
It's in front of you. Guys, does it say that in English? Even in English it says that. Allah, he cursed them.
Don't tell me in English.
Allah, he cursed them, and he transformed them into apes. Transformed. Don't you speak Arabic? What's wrong with you? In the front of you, it says.
You are reading it
okay. It says. وَجَعَلَ مِنْهُمْ. Do you know what جَعَلَ mean? Okay, ja'ala is past tense.
No.
Is ja'ala past tense or it is a future tense?
Continue to the end. This is how you should read Quran.
What?
The way you should read Quran is to start the verse from the beginning and then you finish it.
Nice to meet you, Ahmad. Take care.
Well,
hey, by the way, guys, Allah, he punished me. I want to tell you a true story that Allah, he punished me. Yesterday, I went to the bathroom, and in the bathroom, the faucet was leaking. And really, I'm thinking that this is a punishment from Allah. I fixed the faucet. Today, I came back. I found the faucet not leaking no more. And I was wondering, why Allah don't punish me again and make the faucet leak again? Let me go to the bathroom. You Muslims are very funny. Your prophet, he died a very horrible death. He died by poison. And actually, we can prove that according to Muhammad, Muhammad was punished by Allah. Let me show you. In the Quran, Muhammad, he said, claiming that his God said that if Muhammad fabricated Quran Chapter 69, verse number 46. And you can read actually in the verses before it, no problem. It says, if Muhammad invented any false thing, claiming it is from us, surely we will take him from his right hand, and we will cut off his artery. And guess what happened? We go to the hadith. Muhammad, he said that this is what happened to him. You see it? Do you see it? So when you speak to me about Allah will punish me, obviously your Allah, he punished Muhammad and nothing happening to me. Thank God I'm healthy. One day the Muslims, Christian prince will die or will have an illness or something, and they will say, see, Allah, he punish him. That's a false statement. But based on the Quran, Muhammad he claimed that Allah said, if he is fabricating Quran, Allah will cut his artery. And then we find that Muhammad saying exactly that this is happening to him. And I believe what happened here, that my God is the one who caused that to happen to Muhammad as additional proof to prove to us that Muhammad is a false prophet, not Allah. Muhammad, when he made the claim that if I am fabricating, Allah will cut my artery, he never thought it's going to happen. I don't debate with kids, I don't debate with adults. All Muslims are the same for me. I don't debate them, I just play. Don't you notice? I never debated a Muslim because there's no Muslim. The first thing a Muslim, you need to know, an honest Muslim, he don't deny what we show in the front of him. You see, I'm showing him the screen. I show him that his God, he said that he made the Jews pigs and monkeys. He made them. He says, I never heard of this before. I don't believe in that. Doesn't say that. He speaks Arabic. I read it for him in Arabic. Still he says to me, no, this is about the future. Look, what are you talking about? I just show it to you in Arabic. I mean, I am showing it to you in the screen, in your language, which is my language too, and in English. Yet you keep saying to me, this is not true. Brothers and sisters, if you raise your head before the Imam, brother, Allah will make your head a head of a donkey. That explains why Ahmadinejad looked like that. Obviously, he raised his head before the Imam one day. Hello? Brother, I am really afraid that Allah will punish you, brother. Don't you know, brother, that you are doing something dangerous, brother? And if something happened to me in the future, you will say Allah punish him. People die every day by disease, by cancer, by car accident. Millions of people die, and they are Muslims. Actually, the most people who die early are Muslims, not like European. You will see a woman, she is 100 something and she's still living and kicking, and you see a guy in the Middle East, he is not even 55 and he's dying. So here we go, you are the one who keeps saying the name of Allah, but you are the most people to suffer from death. In Islamic countries, if you don't die from war, you die from other issues. Everything is corrupt, even medicine is fake. Okay, hold on. Hussein, he gave us something to read. hold on. I want to read it. I cannot resist the temptation. Theory of Alam al-Khalaq. Alam al-Amr. I mean, this guy who wrote this article, obviously he knew Arabic very well. Let me show you what this guy he posted for us so we can just read and laugh. All right. The theological philosophy, the domain of these things in a divided various description, the Madi material being, okay, and the world commanded every being assume existence, okay. The theory commanded is in retaliation of the Quran. إن ربكم الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يغشي الليل والنهار ويطلبه حثيثا. Okay, read the translation. Lo, your Lord Allah, who created the heaven and the earth in 6 days, then he mounted on the throne. He covereth the day with the night, which is hast to follow it, and has made the sun and the moon and the stars supervenient by his command. He is verily is all creation and the commander. Okay, hold on. You see, you are the one who posted this article, and now I will make you regret. Your God is claiming that he is the one who make the day cover the night. How? Is it true that there is a day is covering the night? Is that real? Your God here, he says that he is the one who made the sun, the moon, and the stars. Obviously, your God do not know that the sun is a star. And not only that, how the day and the night occurred according to Islam. The Quran explain. In chapter 18, verse number 86, it says that Allah is saying that the sun set in a murky water. How the sun and the day they follow each other? The story will be explained by Muhammad himself. Unless you want to say to me Muhammad is an idiot, you do not know what he's talking about. We go to the hadith. Muhammad, he says, remember, the one who's talking is Muhammad. So if you want to say you are a liar, it's up to you. Your prophet says, I was sitting, this is Abu Dhar, he's saying, I was sitting behind Allah Messenger who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting. He asked, do you know where this set? Supposedly speaking about the sun. I replied, Allah and his apostle knows best. They associate the knowledge of God with the knowledge of man, because Muhammad, you don't speak of himself, he's God, and too, you know, he is the one who have all the secret of the words. Muhammad, he says, it's set in a spring of warm water. Now, that is not enough to explain to you what's happening here. How the day and the night they occur according to Muhammad. Read carefully. This is another hadith in Sahih Bukhari. Once I was with the Prophet of Allah at the time of the sunset. The Prophet said, "O Abu Dhar, do you know where the sun set?" I replied, Allah and his apostle knows best. He said, it goes and prostrate itself underneath Allah's throne, and that is Allah's statement, and the sun run into a fixed course. So when you quote for me this article, you just prove to me that Islam is a false cult. The sun, it goes every day and prostrate itself. The sun itself is the one is going from point A to point B. It is not the earth going around itself so we can see the day and the night. No. And Muhammad here, he is even quoting the Quran to prove his point, saying, for Allah, this is what it's meant in the Quran, where it says in chapter 36, verse number 38. So my friend, the one you gave me the link, you just get your prophet busted. How Muhammad he say the sun set in murky water in his Quran and in his hadith, and how Muhammad he says that Allah he command the sun to sit under his throne, and the sun she asks for permission every day. Let us go and find different hadith. Read with me carefully. This one is even more funny. The Prophet of Allah asked me at the sunset, do you know where the sun goes at the time of the sunset? I replied, Allah and his apostle knows better. He said, it goes, i.e. travels till it prostrates itself under the throne of Allah and takes the permission to rise again. Are you there, Hussein? Hussein, yeah, Hussein, I'm so proud of you for thank you for sending me the barbecue. Hussein, yeah, Hussein. Hussein, are you there? So your Quran, your hadith, your prophet getting you busted saying that the sun set in a murky water and this is the course of the sun. Hussein, yeah, Hussein. You said that Jesus was created by B? No, I did not say that. The Quran says that, you idiot. But for sure, this is impossible. Why? Because the Quran says that the similarity of Jesus is the same as Adam, but Adam was not created by B. So Allah get himself busted again. Allah, he said that I created him by my hands. Hussein, ya Hussein. Abdul, wherever you go, no one is matched to debate me. I will not even debate myself. I will lose. Try something better. And not only this, the verse you just gave me, it says that Allah he created the earth and the heaven in 6 days. Is that right? Is that right? The Quran says 8. There's different verse speaking that Allah he created the earth and the heaven in 8 days. Secondly, here you notice something very funny. Do you see here it says then Allah he mounted he the throne? What mounted he the throne? I mean, how silly this translation is. It doesn't say that. He mounted the throne. What do you mean the throne was flipped? He mounted himself on the throne. Question: who is carrying the throne of Allah? Is it true that Allah is carried by 8 mountain goats? Abdul, is it true that Allah is carried by 8 mountain goats? I saw Santa Claus once, but it was not really goats, to be honest with you. So what do you think? So Allah he have a throne and there is 8 mountain goats are carrying his throne. Let us go and find the hadith. Mountain goats. Hold on. Read with me, brother. Muhammad, by the way, he knew all kind of science and he knew the distance between the earth and the heaven and everything. He knew everything. And then he says, describing the 7 heavens, Above the seventh heaven there is a sea. Guys, I'm going to go vacation. I'm going to go above the seventh heaven to have a, like, nobody there. The beach is just for you. So above the seventh heaven there is a sea. The distance between those surface and the bottom is like between the one heaven and the other, which mean 700 years or 500 years. Depend, you know. Here it says 70 to 73, 72 years, as you see. In different hadith, Muhammad, he says 500 years. He changed his mind. And then he says, above that there is 8 mountain goats. The distance between whose hoofs and hunches is like the distance between the heaven and the other. And then Allah, the exalted, the blessed, is above that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I wanted to buy a goat, but the city did not allow me. They are very strict in growing goats these days. Are you there, Hussein? Which means the sun sit literally in that sea under the goats, which is the throne of Allah. It doesn't say hold the throne. Well, I can show it to you from the Quran. Look at this poor Abdul. He think he saved his ass by saying it doesn't say. I feel sorry for this cult. Oh boy. Supposedly now he fixed it. Like, it doesn't say that. It says that in the Quran, chapter 68, verse number 17. And the Muslims here, they say they are 8 angels in the translation. But in fact, they are 8 goats, according to your prophet. Do you see it? Hello. All right, guys. I think we have enough for today. I just wanted to share this topic with you. Please don't forget to download the video and save them and share them. I am not keeping my videos for long in my page, and to be sure that you guys are downloading. This is why you see my videos are disappearing one after one. So please give it like an hour from now maximum, and you will see the whole video ready to download. If the video always is more than 2 hours, it take a little bit for the video to load. So like if you when we stop, if you try to look, it says like 2 hours only. This is in the beginning, unless it is less than 2 hours. But it is, if it is more than 2 hours, it take a little bit, maybe 20 minutes, maybe 1 hour, and then you can download the whole video, and then I can delete it from my page. Now I want people to take what I am teaching and share it everywhere, and in the same time always have a backup, especially if you think there's a video is kind of interesting for you, like the video we have about Muhammad, is he another cult leader, which is extremely important. So if you think there's some videos are really important, you learn a lot from them, so you want later to remember what I said, reference, save them. You can save them in your G drive, not necessarily in your computer to save memory. All right, so I want to say thank you everybody for being here, and with my love for those people who they are in Indonesia, in India, in Thailand, and all in Asia, Philippines, and for sure those who just woke up in Europe and they join us. And actually I'm trying to do more broadcasts for those who they are in Asia, because I noticed that we are receiving a lot of view from Asian countries, specifically from Indonesia and India and Philippines. So I really love to help them as much as I can, and I wish I speak their language. But what we can do, I don't. Otherwise, we can make a revolution in a few years in Indonesia. But the glory to the Lord, we have many good Christians from Indonesia. They are translating my videos by adding subtitle, and they are doing a great job. So I'm very grateful that the Lord, He gave me the opportunity to communicate with those people who they deserve our love and our support. We love all people in Indonesia, Muslims, Christians, doesn't matter, for the Lord is the Lord of love. And because we love them all, we don't save the best of what we have to ourselves only. We would like to share it with them. And that's why we invite them to accept the Messiah as their Lord, as their Savior. Not because we hate you. If we hate you, we will not, trust me, care for your salvation. But because we love you, we offer you the best, and you know that. He is the best. He is not a child molester like Muhammad. He is not a criminal. He is not a killer. He is not a slave buyer or seller. He is not a liar. He is not a thief. He is not a cheater. He is the good God. So I invite all people of Indonesia to learn more about the cult of Islam, so they can learn more about the wonderful Messiah. Try to compare, even though the compare between the Messiah and Muhammad is an insult to the Messiah. But we have no choice because you are a Muslim. And you will find that there is no way we can even compare between the holy name of the Messiah and Muhammad, who tried to call himself and make himself equal to God by choosing the name of Muhammad, which is not his real name. Muhammad means the praised one. How a human being dare to call himself the praised one unless he is Satan? Only God is the praised one, and that is the Messiah, my Lord. Thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you, and until we see you soon again, Christ is Lord, Islam is false, and thank you very much.